Welcome back to the second episode of Starforged, where me and my friend Brian, say hi Brian,
Hello.
uh, we've made characters and the setting in the first episode, and now we are proceeding to sector generation, start scene situation generation, and hopefully actually adventure. The, the game does warn that this takes a while.
One innovation that we're exploring is the fact that neither of us is the GM. So we're really testing this whole do stuff as a we're both players and somehow there's going to be an antagonist.
Well,
So that's what we're experimenting with.
It seems, so far at least, that GMless is a bit of a sleight of hand in that we're both clearly being GMs here.
I mean, yes, because both of us like instinctively GM, and we're definitely during character creation doing stuff that a GM would do.
Yep.
I don't know.
Well,
I mean, I don't think that a beginning group would be well served with this, but
I mean, that is hard to test on us too.
yes, yes, it is. All right, so build a starting sector. In this exercise, you will prepare a starting sector. This area of space will serve as the backdrop as your adventures begin. Okay, now that is a sentence that bodes with more sectors. If you prefer to skip this exercise, no, why would we want to skip this exercise? We've already spent an entire episode on half of character creation.
Yep.
Allow 30 to 45 minutes for this exercise. I don't believe you. What you need. This exercise uses the sector worksheet and connections worksheet. We have, instead of a sector worksheet, we have a Roll20 map mode. And we have made appropriate things. Ah, yes! It has been some time since we last recorded, and the game patched. So we've updated.
It's been a whole week, and our notes have had to be updated.
We live in the future. Just patching.
Yeah, there were even patch notes. That was very nice.
It was very nice, because the empath changed.
Okay, so what is a sector? A sector is a settled or explored area of space. In the fiction of your setting, sectors are named and provide the people of the Forge a common means of identifying a location or mapping the remains of a power or faction. For example, someone might say Bleakhold Station is in the Devil's Maw. Your character would need more precise charts or coordinates to actually pinpoint the station in the Devil's Maw sector, but it's a start. And from a player's perspective, sectors help you manage the details of your travels and interactions. A known sector can serve as a setting for your sworn quests. Then, as you head out into the unknown, you can discover, explore, and name new sectors.
Huh. Okay. I still don't know what a sworn quest is.
Well, no, that's what we started with. We have our background, WoW. That's like the lifelong goal, kind of the character. But like the core idea is you swear to do something, and that's binding, that's your quest, that's your adventure.
Okay. Managing this exercise. This exercise will walk you through the process of creating a basic sector for the start of your campaign. If you are playing with others, sure, one of you can read or summarize each step. Everyone should participate in making decisions, rolling on oracle tables, and embellishing narrative hooks. We are going to skip the next paragraph because we're not GM'd. Sure. Keep things moving. Don't get hung up on the details. You'll discover more about these locations and the people who live there through play. Wow, the art is pretty.
It is. It is a lovely book. So,
choose your starting region. The Forge is a vast galaxy, so let's choose a region to begin your adventures. As described in more detail on page 14. The Forge is divided broadly into 4 regions. Oh, good. I'm glad you're summing it up here. Choose your starting region and make a note on your sector worksheet. Terminus. Settles are relatively common here, and spaceborne routes between communities are usually well charted. If you want to focus on interacting with other people and communities, start here. Outlands. This region represents an area of recent expansion. Settlements here are scattered, and navigational paths are often uncharted and perilous. If you envision yourself as a spacer on a wild frontier, start here. Expanse. Only a few bold pioneers have delved these far-flung reaches. If you're ready to face the dangers of lonely exploration within uncharted space, start here. And then it keeps going. Void. In the reaches beyond the Forge, isolated stars are separated by vast gulfs of nothing. Travel and settlement here is impractical, if not impossible. Don't start your campaign here. Sure. I'm feeling Terminus because we.
I was thinking more Outlands, slightly more
Okay.
separated settlements. Like there is
Sure.
some joining and adventuring to do in between them.
Okay, I'll take Outlands.
Okay.
The choices you made when you selected your campaign truths will influence how you envision the regions, people who live there. But the relative differences between the regions will remain the same. The Terminus is where the bulk of people live, Outlands is an expanding frontier, and the Expanse is what lies beyond. 2. Determine the number of settlements. A settlement is a location populated by other humans. Settlements can be planet-side habitats, orbital stations, ooh, I like that, or deep space facilities. They offer a place for you to recuperate after your adventures in the Forge have taken their toll. More importantly, settlements are a nexus for role-playing and quest opportunities. In this exercise, you'll generate a few settlements in your starting sector. First, determine the number of known settlements in the sector based on the region where it's located. We have 3.
Very easy, yes.
Note that this doesn't represent a standard, it just gives something manageable. Okay. Step 3. Generate.
Okay, you want to just keep going? That's fine too.
Sorry?
I mean, I could be reading some of this, but...
Excellent. Carry on.
Okay, generate settlement details, put a marker in this page so you can come back to it, and jump to oracles. So we will need settlement name, settlement location, population, authority, and projects. I'm going to rely on Brian to record this information.
Okay. Sure. I need to open up another copy of this PDF.
I'm going to rely on hyperlinks.
Wait, are there hyperlinks?
There are. I mean, I'm not sure if there is a hyperlink back, but I just clicked on settlements and it went.
All right. Well, here goes nothing. All right. I'm both recording and therefore, do you have
So
the 3D dice turned on?
no, and I'm not in Roll20. So you roll the dice and tell me what they come up with, and I will read out what we actually get.
Excellent.
So roll me a D100, please.
$36. In the Outlands, that is hundreds for population.
Right, I thought we'd start with location, planet side. But
It
you do you.
well, I followed the link, and the link took me to one. Okay.
Okay.
This is not a correct cross-reference.
No, there's location and population on the same page.
Wait, I'm so confused.
Why?
Oh, literally the thing above it. Planet side. I'm good. Yep, all's good. Roll again.
Yep.
86.
86
Thousands.
is thousands of people live planet side. Okay.
Reasonable.
What's the next step?
I don't know.
Cool.
I'm just gonna.
Generate settlement
gotta
details.
memorize
But there are bookmarks. It's all good. So we have location and population, next authority and settlement projects on the next 2 pages.
Okay, so
So authority, roll a D100 again.
great.
Just keep rolling. We'll figure it out. What did we get?
12.
None. Lawless. Very nice. Okay. Then we roll a couple of times on settlement projects.
I'm so confused.
Why?
Okay, what page are you on?
161. Authority.
Okay. Rolling on authority.
We did that.
Okay. Well, I just rolled an 84 for whatever I'm supposed to be rolling next.
Okay. That would be settlement projects on the next page.
84. There we go. I'm subsistence.
And once more for good measure.
$81. No, really.
Subsistence. Very good. Very...
Food. It's a problem.
Okay. Oh, we skipped settlement name. Very important. Roll...
Also, should I be right? Oh, wait. So I'm rolling. Am I writing this down?
Yes.
Great. Your call's really important to us. Remind me what we've already determined. So this is a planet-side settlement.
With thousands of people who have no government whatsoever. And
Thousands of people, no government.
And are just busy subsisting.
2x project, subsistence. Wait, when they say subsistence, do they mean acquiring food, or do they mean the ground is sinking out from underneath them?
I suspect that is kind of
Why
up
don't
to
we
us.
say both?
Well, I mean, the next one is there is a terraforming option
So
here.
finding basic food and sustenance and subsistence. The ground occasionally sinks or vanishes underneath them. Because that's why we rolled it twice. Clearly they mean both reasons.
Clearly. Now, roll me a d100 once again, please, to find a half of the name.
Nope. That
I heard a whoop.
1d100, 10.
Beowulf. Beowulf Landing.
Beowulf Landing.
Beowulf.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's a bleak place.
Yeah. Do we need to roll on trouble?
Not yet.
Oh, good. Okay.
So
I'm going to save changes.
For now, don't roll on the other settlement tables. You can reveal other aspects of these places when you visit and interact with them. Now,
This is settlements, and this first one is Beowulf Land.
yep. So we should generate the other two as well. This is kind of the overview of the system.
Okay.
So let's do that again. Roll a bunch of d100s. Actually, let's count them. 1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
please.
4, 5, 6 d100. And I will tell you what to write.
Fantastic. Roll 6d100.
Yes.
Rolling the dice. ... What? Why?
It is a complicated
Okay.
request.
It took. Whatever. Do you have the numbers, or do you need me to read them out?
I would like you to read them out.
Excellent. I need to. Okay. 25.
25. Farpoint.
Say again.
Farpoint. That's the name of the settlement. We will add like some base, a citadel, or outpost to it once we know what's
Okay.
actually happening there. What's the next number?
76.
Location. Deep space. Farpoint indeed. Farpoint station.
Yep.
All right. Next number.
10.
Few people. Very appropriate. A few people live there.
I mean, yeah.
Next number.
59.
Unyielding authority.
Yep. 17.
Projects defense.
Yep.
And one more.
52.
52 mining. Okay, yeah, so we have a...
So, PowerPoint mining station.
Yep. Who are mining some rare metals from an asteroid on which they've parked.
Yep.
Like, okay, that's reasonable. And the third settlement, again, 6000, sorry.
Okay, so slash roll 1d100 x 6. 1. Of course, everything has its own syntax. Roll 100. Cool.
So,
And now I have to get the sheet back up because swapping between these is really hard. Oh, okay.
I'm so glad I don't see what you're doing.
So, 32.
32 gives us the name Gloam.
L-O-A-M?
Gloam.
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 Okay, 33.
33 for location, planet side again.
Yep. 65.
Hundreds of people.
Okay, I'm thinking that this is going to be Gloam City.
Well, let's see what else there is
71?
about. 71 is corrupt.
Uh-huh. 97?
Projects. Ooh, action plus theme. So we'll come back to that. Roll and the last roll.
73.
23 is shipbuilding. I see. Now,
This is a Gloam City.
but as for action plus theme, roll me 2d100, please.
$42?
Evade, and second number.
80.
Evade solution.
Say again?
Evade solution is their major project.
Evade, as in dodge, and solution.
Yes, which is verb noun tables that we got. So that's what kind of solution are we awaiting here?
You know what they're doing? They are building. So this is they are building a planetary rocket. They are putting a bloody planetary-sized rocket novel on their gas giant, because they need to dodge.
Oh, so they calculated a rock is going to hit the planet?
Yep. So they're going to be on one of the moons of gas giant, and they need to have the gas giant dodge. They are trying to find a solution where evading is the is the solution, and they are building a planetary rocket.
Yep. No, that's sounds good actually. I'm not sure why they're trying to save this mud ball on which people are just...
Well, it's a gas giant, but because...
Okay. Okay, so if any of the settlements are located on a planet or in orbit around a planet, you can identify and name the planet to help flesh out the nature of the location. So I guess first we should decide, is it one planet or two?
I think Beowulf Landing is on a different planet than Gloam's. So 2.
Okay. So to learn planet's basic type, go to page 144. Roll once for each settlement. Cool.
How many am I... You know what? I'm just going to roll a 10 of them, and we'll just take from the top.
Yes. Oh, page 144 is pretty. So yes, roll twice for the 2 planets we have.
Okay, so I need to turn off 3D dice because apparently it is making it think way too hard. 79?
79 is a rocky world, which is perfect for Beowulf, yes.
Yep. All right, so...
I think they are farming Grendel parsnip.
They are absolutely farming Grendel. They are failing to farm Grendel parsnip. 61.
61 is Joven World. What do you know?
I mean,
You asked for it. You got
I
it.
asked for it. 73.
Okay, so we done this. Option can give each planet a name. If you need inspiration, take a look at the sample names for each planet type. Oh, there are sample names. Wow. Okay, so for Joven World,
Yep.
where's sample names? Okay, it's not a table. There's just a bunch of names.
I mean, let's pull from whatever you got Beowulf from.
That was a different table. But Nubium. How do you feel about Nubium?
For the Rocky World?
For the gas planet.
Excellent. Fine. Yep.
And for the
Wait, sorry. Nubi.
UM.
Okay.
It's a name.
Yep.
And for the rock world, just Crag. It's Crag.
Yep. Yep.
It is the most miserable place imaginable.
Perhaps instead of Crag, it's rock. Just they have no imagine. They used up all of their imagination on
Beowulf,
and then that guy died.
Fair.
Yep.
Okay.
It's on rock.
So, next, then we don't generate any more details for the planets yet. And to be clear, there are more tables that we could roll on.
Okay.
But for now, if you'd like to know the nature of the primary stars the settlements are at planet's orbit,
Of course we do.
yep. So this could even be different stars, actually.
Yeah. They're well. We chose the Outworld, so these are absolutely different stars.
Yeah. So this will usually just add a bit of scenery for these locations. For example, you might envision how a blue star bathes the element in a harsh, cold light, etc., etc. Okay, so for Beowulf, what's the next roll?
56.
Oh, another pretty page. Young star incubating in a molecular cloud.
So Nebula? Young star incubating in...
For
So lots of sky diamonds, lots of diffuse glow.
right, so in a few million years, this will be a proper star system with proper planets. Billion years, that is, and the settlers have just taken a very early stake.
Yep. We have found rock. We will farm parsnips.
Yep.
They keep disappearing. There are holes in the ground.
Such is life. Okay,
On rock. Yes.
the second roll for Farpoint.
Farpoint is deep space. I don't think it's orbiting a star.
Okay. Just not even this orbiting a star, just out in the cold void.
It is few people, unyielding authority. This is a very valuable asteroid that's just...
Okay, just flying. Cool.
Yep.
Well then, for the third one.
Yes. 63.
63, white dwarf, shining with spectral light.
Yep.
Okay. So, we've generated stars. We have 3 locations in our sector. That's lovely. Now, create a sector map. Your sector worksheet includes space to draw a map of the sector. One important note, keep it simple. The Forge is vast. Dense stellar clouds, complex star systems, and chaotic energy storms make charting and navigation difficult. As you explore the galaxy, you'll mark down important locations such as settlements or interesting discoveries. Everything else is abstracted or ignored. Basically,
Sure.
this is just for us to put things on the
It's a
whiteboard.
schematic. It's not. Yeah.
Yeah. There's some suggestions for how you might indicate different types of settlements, but just says do whatever.
Okay.
So yes, we have our 3 things to put on the map.
Okay. Can you swap us over to the map?
I do in that. Whoop.
Excellent. It's called Beowulf, not because they had imagination, but because the person who landed was called Beowulf. And they landed on a rock.
And farmed the very first Grendel parsnip.
They brought those with them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's take a look. Beowulf landing on rock, Farpoint asteroid mining station, planetside settlement Gloam City, moons of gas giant Nubium. Cool. Well, I think we just put names in the hexes and call it a day.
Yes. That seems quite... Yeah. So
just make sure that the text color is
not black, because
not
my
black.
text color is black.
Well,
Yeah.
you can change it.
Beowulf.
Okay, both of us said in Beowulf, right? We're gonna have
Sorry?
we're gonna have 2 Beowulfs on the map now.
Oh.
Teamwork, it works.
Okay. Yep. But
Yours has more words, so I will delete mine.
great. You take the next one.
Very good. Text. Farpoint asteroid mining station. Oh, I see. You indeed new lines.
Yes. It's a fancy new technology.
I don't know if that's allowed. Okay, there you go, and you get the last one.
Okay. City. Yes. Okay.
Okay. And yeah, I'm even going to move Farpoint further out because it is far and pointy.
What's the point? Sorry.
No. Okay. So back to our generation. We are close to being done, I believe. Step 7.
Madness.
Create
There's no such thing
passages.
as done. There's just more charts. There's always more charts.
Next, you'll set which passages are available in this sector. A passage is a charted route among the drifts. Spaces rely on these routes. Routes?
Sure.
Sure.
Yep.
For travel and trade. Think of it like using a GPS and freeways to drive to a distant city, as compared to traveling with only vague directions on unmarked roads. From a gameplay perspective, following a passage allows you to resolve the outcome of a perilous journey with a single roll of the dice using a set a course move. It makes it easier to manage your resources and shifts the focus of your story to what happens at your destination. If you are traveling uncharted paths through space, you will instead undertake an expedition. This gives the journey and its perils greater focus. In exchange, you can earn experience for a successful expedition. Plus, you'll create a new passage which you and perhaps others can use to speed your way along the same path in the future. Yeah, there's a bit more setting detail.
And that is very much my character's thing.
Yeah. So first, we have 2 passages in our Outlands sector. Made straightforward. 2 mark passages. Draw the passages as lines on your sector map. Each passage should do one of 2 things: connect to settlements, or connect a settlement to the edge of your sector map, leading to another sector. So I think we have one passage that connects our 2 actual settlements.
Yep. And then we have another passage that goes out.
Yep.
Because our point is far.
Farpoint is doing its own thing.
Okay, this is help.
Well, you drew
Yep.
something, so that was...
So we have a passage there, and then we have
Did you
Rome.
make one?
It I don't know how to terminate the bloody poly. Okay,
You know,
so
it's just free-handed.
yep. Okay, so we have blorp, and then we have a that one's a bad sector. Blorp.
Cool.
I don't know what's in that sector, but it's bad.
Somehow, not even looking at the PDF, you managed to basically duplicate the example map. Good job, us. It's also 3 points and 2 connected like that. It's identical.
Yep.
Okay.
I was not. Yep. Carry on. Full marks. Yep.
Next step, zoom in on a settlement. It will be helpful to have some additional detail for one of the settlements in your starting sector. You might begin the campaign in the midst of a layover or just arriving there as your story opens. Choose one of the settlements in your starting sector which is most interesting to you. Then return to the settlement oracles starting on page 160 and roll first look and settlement trouble.
Okay. So you're the one who will make this call because this is where you're from. Because this is what we determined last time.
Well, probably then Gloam City, because the whole mechanic and go fast thing seems to fit with the city that's built to make a giant rocket.
Yep, fair enough. And somehow you don't seem like a robot.
No. So, do you have a few more rolls prepared?
I do.
Fantastic. Can you give me one?
86.
First look tells us it is a temporary or seasonal location.
Crap. Okay, now I have to go back there. Click edit. I have to get to the different button. Yep. All right, so this is Jovian. Yep. So seasonal location. Yeah,
It's migrating.
Okay. So is this moon actually original to Nubium, or
Actually,
have they literally migrated their moon?
Well, actually, I kind of want to say that it's a floating city just floating on the gas, in the gas giant, in Nubium itself.
Yep. So let's say Cloud City.
Yep.
Yep.
And give us another roll.
20.
20 is built within a repurposed ship. Well, yes, they not landed, but they entered Nubium, and they never left.
Okay.
Okay. Then settlement trouble. Right. Another roll, please.
41.
41 is hostile life forms.
Cloud whales.
Excellent.
And I don't think they're so much hostile as just not caring,
Yeah.
and they're the size of the city. So they're it.
Yeah,
oh
they
no,
just
another
barrel
sky
into it
whale,
occasionally.
let's go to the city.
Oh, it's that big.
Yes. So it's not that they're hostile; it's that they're territorial and nomadic, and so we have to keep moving the stupid city.
Yeah. Oh, that works. Okay.
All right.
Then, create a local connection. A connection represents an important relationship with a non-player character. You will create connections with NPCs, advance those relationships through the course of your narrative, and forge bonds to represent deeper connections. Building and nurturing these relationships will allow you to mark progress on your bonds legacy track and gain experience.
Are we skipping the second part of planet side bits
Planet side bits?
on bottom of step 8?
Oh, So you are right. I have misjudged.
I mean, we've kind of already described the stupid thing, but
We did. But, let's take a look at those tables just the same, and if
Yep.
we like what we roll, we'll keep it.
yep.
So, we can also expand your understanding of the planet, go to appropriate planet type, and roll atmosphere, observed from
So
space.
atmosphere, I'm just going to declare that it's a helium atmosphere because we've already said it's a gas giant. So
Okay.
with a ball rocket. So let's just say helium.
Well, the options here are non-toxic, corrosive, marginal, breathable, or ideal. And ideal is not an option.
So it's a helium atmo, which means that it's you need an oxygen mask, but you don't need a pressure suit.
All right, so marginal, effectively. So observed from space. Next roll, please.
74.
74 is superheated atmosphere. Then let's use the same 74 for planet-side features instead, which is towering thunderheads. Sure,
Yes.
why not?
Because that's actually what I was thinking for space is world-spanning lightning storms.
Ooh. Yep.
And so the features, yep, towering thunderheads works.
And I think we know enough about this planet
Yes.
for now.
Yep.
So, back to connections then.
Okay, so save changes.
For now, you have a single connection in the starting sector. You almost certainly know other people here and elsewhere, but you aren't truly connected to those people, or they aren't a focus of your story. You can formalize other relationships by making them a connection through the course of your adventure. If you're playing with others, you will create a single connection as part of this exercise. This will be a shared connection. Whether
good.
through introductions or collective interactions, each of you has a link to this person. Consider how they fit into the background of your team. Sorry, say it again?
Clone bond.
One moment. So, haven't even started and we're cloning bones.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the... No, I don't want to edit it, I guess. Or do I want to edit it? This...
You know, so just as you're doing it, the language of if you're playing with others in the core book is fascinating. Just like having that be core in the book is a take that I've not seen.
Yeah, well, they have to in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I've made a couple of
Yep.
bonds.
Excellent. Now what do we do?
So, take a look
Yep.
at the make a connection move, which is shown below. Instead of rolling, just assume an automatic strong hit.
Excellent.
This connection is already established as you begin your campaign, so no roll is necessary. So, on a strong hit, give them a roll and rank whenever your connection aids you on a move closely associated with their roll at +1 and take 1 momentum on a hit.
Okay.
And next page for more details.
So I need to copy what? This? Whenever? Yeah, because that's... Yep.
No,
Cool.
we can remember that. Well,
No, we're not...
whatever you want to record.
Okay. I've
So-
copied it.
Give the connection a role. Your connection's role represents their duty, expertise, or background. For example, a shipwright builds and repairs starships, an envoy can arrange introductions or help resolve disputes, an explorer has delved the depths of the Forge and knows many of its secrets. I'm thinking an astronome, someone who just looks into depth of space and has detected the, like, who we address to look for the ship of the, what's his name, Herald?
So an astronomer?
Yep.
Yep, fine. Uh-oh. What just happened? Yep, no, carry on. Roll, astronomer.
Yes. Connections are not shipmates or companions. They're independent characters whose own lives occasionally intersect with your own. You might accompany their connection on a specific mission, but you'll soon part ways as your duties and ambitions take you on separate paths. Here's a few tips on creating a role for your connection. But we've determined one, that's fine. And there is random table, of
So
course.
I've made them a deep forge astronomer.
Cool. Then, give the connection a rank. Your connection's rank represents the challenge of advancing their relationship. The higher the rank, the greater the narrative focus and time required to eventually forge a bond with them. Choose a rank appropriate to their role and level of involvement you want them to have in your story. Troublesome, dangerous, formidable, extreme, or epic. For starting connection, consider making them troublesome or dangerous. So these rank terms are mostly for challenges you face. So it's
I'm going to say troublesome.
just very, very friendly.
Sorry?
Very friendly person. Very
Yeah.
easy to get close to. Cool. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
They spend all their time staring into the black.
Yeah. Define their characteristics. Give the connection a few distinctive attributes. You can simply envision what you know of this person or role on the following character oracle tables. So there's first look, character goal, revealed character aspect.
All right.
It's the first time we're seeing these tables. Let's use them.
Yep.
Give me a D100.
38.
38 is graceful. And another one.
72.
And that's sickly.
Graceful and sickly, eh?
Well, that's a contrast.
Ooh, they live in orbit. They're suffering grav sickness.
Okay. Character goal. Give us another D100.
100.
Ooh, roll twice.
84 and 40.
84 is action and theme, which we will get to. And 40 is maintain order. Okay. So two more D100, please.
9 and 30.
Avenge. Duty. Huh. So someone was negligent in their duties? Or... Oh, no. The astronomer was tasked with detecting pirates that raided this colony?
Oh, I'm so for duty and order, I kind of think I'm kind of thinking that they're the one behind we've got to put a rocket on the planet, and they're the ones trying to convince people to focus. But that's not really an avenge.
No, and I think in general, if it's a settlement thing that they're doing, it's already a thing that they're doing. It's not.
So maintain order.
Yes, maintain order and duty to avenge. To me, sounds like they've been tasked with detecting someone who has wronged the colony.
Okay, so they're on Space Watch. So they want to find and prevent the next pirate attack.
No, it's better than that.
Okay.
Farpoint stole the asteroid. It was a moon.
Yep, they want to find Farpoint Station and get their moon back.
Yep.
I like it.
Okay, so that's...
And you know what? It is their moon.
It is their moon.
Not the colony's moon. It's this guy's moon.
I think it was colony's moon. I think it was the whole point for why they settled here.
Yep.
To mine this extremely rich rock.
Yep. And then someone just stole the rock.
Yep, while they were still dealing with the
Space whales.
generation chip and space whales, and yeah. Okay, and revealed character aspect, another roll.
72.
Because we already know this person somewhat, they are rebellious. Huh. So I'm thinking this isn't the only astronomer. There's a few of them.
Okay.
And they're all tasked with mostly just looking for Farpoint.
Yep.
And so there is this contrast between, yeah, this is my job and my duty, and, well, something else.
What if he's the only one who still believes that, like, most of the astronomers have been tasked on to, well, we've got to make do. No. I'm going to put in the extra hour to look for Farpoint. So he's rebelling by doing his job? Nah.
I mean, it kind of works if it's not his job anymore.
Or what if he was the inside man at Farpoint?
Nah.
All right. So he you know what? I think he's a rebel without a cause. Like, he's been trapped on this bloody observatory, and he's just generally rebellious. Like, he's not rebelling against anyone. He's just snarky and rebellious.
Right. Yeah, it's a personality trait. It's not really a goal. Yeah.
You tell him to do something, he'll yep, he's
Yeah,
just
whatever, Dad.
Sorry?
Yeah, whatever, Dad.
Exactly.
Okay. So, choose the connections home. Well, we've done that. Give the connection a name. There are, of course, tables. So, what's another role?
44.
44. Jihoon, Shin, Hellhound. Choose any of those three. This first name, second name, family name, and call sign.
He's Hellhound.
Hellhound.
Yeah.
Self-given call sign, of course.
Yeah. Like, this is... he's this scrawny geek who calls himself Hellhound.
Yep. Okay. Depending on the connection's role and the whims of narrative events, they might serve as a regular patron or associate in your story, or as an infrequent acquaintance. As you interact, you can find opportunities to develop your relationship and eventually forge a bond with them. Meanwhile, whenever your connection aids you on a move closely associated with their role, you may add +1 to and take +1 momentum on a hit. So we will be basically coming to Hellhound and going, hey, can you detect this thing for us? And that's how we start the thing. No, but he wants to help us because we're doing cool things. We're not just staring into the void.
Right. Yeah, we're not doing the boring stuff. Yeah.
Okay, we are nearly done. Now we introduce a sector trouble. We've heard rumors of a sector-wide peril, conflict, or mystery. You may introduce a trouble appropriate to your setting and character, roll on the action and theme oracles for inspiration, or pick a roll on the table below. Then use your established truths and what you know of this sector thus far to envision how this might manifest. Note the trouble on your sector worksheet or journal. So let's see if the D100 roll gives us something interesting.
Yep. How many of them? 20?
No, D100. It's almost always a D100. Just 20. Oh, sorry. Criminal faction corrupts local authorities. Nah, that doesn't feel fitting.
So, let's do an oracle. So that's 2D100.
Yep.
18 and 31.
Challenge and 31, you said?
Yep.
Enemy.
Challenge enemy?
Yes.
Okay, so
well, I mean, we did establish that these are very disparate sectors, that there are mercenary armies one can hire.
Yeah.
So no, absolutely. The reason they want their rock back is to hire a mercenary company to settle some older grudge.
So Gloam wants to mine Farpoint's rock to hire the Legion.
Yep.
To fight their ancient enemy. And Rock's just there?
Yeah, we're kind of leaving Rock out of this conflict. But it kind of also fits, because they landed on a rock, and they're farming parsnip there, and they're failing at that. No one wants anything from them.
They have nothing to steal.
Yeah, and I mean, hopefully we will get dragged into it somehow, and we'll discover something interesting there. But I guess for now that fits.
Okay.
Now, name this sector. Give your sector name. If you're not sure, roll in sector name table, of course.
Okay. How many?
Just a 2d100.
Damn it. 21.
Okay. Crimson.
Ooh. And 7.
Breach. I like it. Crimson Breach.
Crimson Ridge or Breach?
Breach.
Crimson Breach. Okay.
And our starting sector is done. As you explore the sector and visit settlements, you'll add additional details. See the next page for sample sector, blah, blah, blah. Jump to page to set up an inciting incident and begin your song quest. So, we'll look at this, but we sort of have a very good idea of what we want our incident to be.
We definitely have our idea.
But let's look at the process and see if it adds interesting details, if nothing else.
Uh-huh.
So, would you like to take over reading this? This is page 118.
Yeah, great.
You don't have to.
In this final exercise, you'll identify a trouble or goal worthy of an iron vow and set out upon a sworn quest. Allow 10 to 20 minutes for this exercise. Uh-huh. Have your character sheet. Check. Asset cards. Check. And dice. Ready. You're rolling this time. Because apparently I'm cross-referencing.
Okay.
Okay. To record your vow, you use your journal or download. Yeah, cool. Step 1. Envision an inciting incident. An inciting incident is the problem at the beginning of a story which propels the protagonists into action. Everything up to that point is backstory. It is the inciting incident which begins your campaign. At this point, you may already have a problem or mission at the start of your campaign. If so, jump to page 121. Cool?
Well, that sounds like an instruction we can follow.
It does, because we've literally done the consider your truths and paths, and we went, yes, this one.
Yep.
Make it personal. Done. Make it a problem that won't go away on its own. Done. Yes. Okay. We've
done that.
We are GMs. We GM. Yeah. So this is going to be a shared vow. Cool. 121.
Yep.
Do we need to make the vow? No.
Well,
Okay, where have we written this down?
I haven't written anything down yet.
Okay.
We're still talking it through.
So let's talk through the inciting incident, because we now have details of our thing, and actually this time
Okay.
we will need a note for that.
Well, let's take a look, shall we? I think we can... that's campaign notes. Just looking at what notes we already have.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure if this will be a separate note or not, but for now... Inciting incident. Very good. So, what have we decided upon? We decided that the Herald was supposed to arrive here some time ago.
Yes.
That,
so my Herald is lost in space.
Yep. And you come to me first because I'm the only one with a free ship.
Working ship, yeah.
Yep. That will take you to that location. And we use our shared bond, Hellhound, to determine where Herald's ship is stranded.
Might be stranded, yep.
Yeah, possibly. So what do I write, if anything?
Well, we need a shared vow. It's like, write what we just said down.
We will rescue Herald. Dot.
Dot. Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's the intention. We don't need to put too much detail into this. Okay, so
All right.
set the scene.
Based on the nature of your inciting incident, where will you begin your story? Are you in the depths of space, about to encounter some new mystery or danger? Are you at the settlement you detailed in the previous exercise, ready to take on an urgent mission? So we have jointly sworn to rescue Harold. The Herald.
Yep.
Who isn't named Harold.
No. His name is Harold.
Really? Okay. Harold the Herald. Yep, great. Battleships. Let's do it. So no, we are on the Cloud City of Gloam.
Yeah, we're starting with the prologue, it feels like, because we do want to have a chat with Hellhound.
Yep. And I think that the prologue is first meeting where I'm trying to navigate your junkyard and failing, and Boomer lives up to his name.
Right. Yeah, so there is a just general junkyard, and nothing here is supposed to work.
Yeah.
And Boomer has scrapped together an actual rocket. And as you arrive there is a unscheduled liftoff happening.
Yeah.
But it was only an experimental engine. It's not the actual rocket. That just flies off into the distance and explodes before it hits anything.
Fair enough. That was a good engine.
Did you see how fast it went?
I did. It was not very fast, but looked quite nice. Hi, I'm Journeyman Sparrow.
Hi. Well, it's good thing you're here. Help me drag this thing over.
Sure. So about 15 minutes of fairly grimy rustling later.
Yep.
I'm told you have a ship.
I do.
Excellent.
I mean, I have several ships.
So Master Herald, he's one of the courier heralds, has failed to rendezvous here, and I'm worried something awful has happened. Go rescue the courier.
Oh. Wait, the courier is missing.
Yes.
That's not good. He was supposed to bring me some things.
Well, wait, isn't there some sort of plaguey thing going on? Yes.
Oh, damn it, yes. That was last week. Who remembers that? Yes, he was supposed to bring the miracle cure for the settlement.
Yes. So, shall we go find him and rescue?
Do you know where to go?
Out there?
Out?
No. I don't know where he is. I was just... Do you know anyone here who can help with that?
Well, I mean, I suppose there is the Astronomers Guild.
Oh, goody. Well, let us go speak with them.
Yes. Sure. Let me just lock up.
What's there to lock up? It's a dump.
Well, you never know. Someone might get in and...
Try to improve the place?
I mean, some would say that's what I'm doing.
Yes. So you've obviously already gotten...
You know what? Never mind. Let's just go.
So how does transit work in Gloam City? Like, is it the Cloud City of Star Wars floating?
I mean, it's certainly floating. I think it's kind of like large circular platform. And on top of it, it's more or less a regular city with maybe more like dirigibles and stuff like that.
Because helium is the atmosphere. So we're both actually in pressure. Um, okay. So we jet over to the observatory because everyone just wears a jetpack with ram scoops.
Of course.
So with a minimum of flame and a maximum of screaming from the journeyman, not used to this transport method.
Which means he arrives like 10 minutes after Boomer.
Oh yeah. Just like pale-faced sweating. You call this a way to get around?
Well, yeah. Do you want to walk?
Yes! Yes! I want to walk.
Oh, well, I guess we don't really have that many stairs to go up buildings, though.
Noticed. You just have giant gaping holes where the gas giant is. And you fly over them on Ramscoop helium jets. What is this place? I want to go home.
But yeah, but the view is great.
Yes, the view is great. The whales are scary, though, but that's fine. Let's go speak to your acquaintance.
Oh, that's okay. They're tens of kilometers below us right now.
Oh, just tens of kilometers. They're the size of the city.
You get used to them.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Who are we speaking to?
Well, I know a guy here.
Ah, Leon Macduff.
Who?
Never mind.
Okay, so I think there is the rebellious teenager music playing, which is odd because no one else here knows of this rebellious teenage music existence.
Oh yeah, no, it is the stereotypical rebellion.
Yeah, and somehow I imagine that Hellhound is actually at least 40 years old.
Oh, absolutely. Balding.
Yeah, balding, leather jacket. The works.
Yep.
Okay. And so we come to him and ask him to find a ship that is possibly in the system and adrift.
So this sounds like a check that we need to make? Because he's not interested in helping us.
No, but this is, remember, we start with a strong success on having formed this bond.
Right.
I think
So
we are good for now.
we're good. Yeah. Okay. So he points out the adrift ship. Is there anything obviously wrong with it? Or is it just out there in the black?
I don't think Hellhound can tell us at this distance. He can just go, yep, there's a ship. The drive signature is still there, so it's not entirely dead.
All right. So I think it is time for us to swear an iron vow.
Very good. When you swear upon iron to complete a quest, write your vow and give it a rank. Then roll plus heart. If you swear this vow to a connection, add +1. If you share a bond, add +2. So I don't think we are swearing it to... Well,
He's sickly.
He is sickly. He needs the medicine.
medicine.
Right. Okay. So we do share a bond. Do we share a bond?
No, we share. It's a connection.
It's a connection. Okay.
Yeah.
So roll plus heart +1.
Okay.
So
I swear to rescue my master, Harold, the Herald.
I swear.
7.
Okay. So
Wait. Okay. I don't know what just happened. Because I clicked the button marked heart, and then there's mechanics here.
There is mechanics here. Okay, well, so first of all, it is 7 plus 1, because you're swearing to a connection, so you actually rolled an 8, right?
Excellent. Yes.
So the mechanics here are simple enough. You have, whenever you do something, you roll 2d10, which are challenge dice, and which are regarded individually, and you have an action roll, which is a d6, plus appropriate stats, plus whatever bonuses, like the one we gained from swearing to the connection.
Yep.
If the action roll beats both of the challenge dice, which it does, strictly larger, that is a strong hit. If it only beats one, it is a weak hit, and if it beats none, it is a miss.
Okay. So it's a strong hit.
It is a strong hit.
And it is clear what we want to do next, which is go to the ship, take 2 momentum.
On a strong hit, you're emboldened and clear what you must do next. Take 2 momentum. Cool.
So basically, I swear it on my piece of iron, and he's like, yeah, he's over there. Here are the coordinates.
Okay.
And I get 2 momentum.
Yes. So, going back to the book, Envision the vow. First start
with shared. This is a shared vow. Yes.
Yes. So there is text
we
that covers.
Swear to rescue Sparrow's map.
So, first things first. Envision the vow. Start with the fiction. This is an important moment for your character and your story. You stand at the threshold of new adventures and perils. You're about to bind yourself to a sacred promise. What iron totem do you hold? What do you say?
Okay. Well, I am holding my piece of iron, which is the old cracked message tube, which used to hold orders commanding the captain of one of the Gen ships. It's my treasured piece of junk.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that seems to be the theme here, really. Whereas, yeah, Boomer will have to run back to, or like, have to swear this oath when we get back to the rocket, because that's where his model or airplane is. Okay. Swearing the vow with allies. If you're playing with allies, one of you will make the swear an iron vow move. Whoever is
that's me. Yep.
most connected to the quest, yeah, it is you, always at the forefront of the incident, should swear the vow. Other players can make the aid your ally move as a way of representing their own commitment to this quest, but keep in mind that the more moves means more opportunities for failure. For the purposes of starting your campaign, it might be best to focus on a single move and let others portray the actions in the fiction of the scene. Right, so you lead the thing, it's fine.
Yeah.
Write the vow. You and your allies will mark the vow on your vow worksheet or journal. So that's in your character.
Yep.
In your character sheet, I think I left space for that. Write the name of the vow and give it a rank. Since this is a starting vow, hopefully dealt with a session or 2 of playtime, give it a rank of troublesome or dangerous. Then
I'm going to say dangerous.
That works for me. Turn to the next page to roll the dice and resolve the move. It explains the mechanics. Okay. So, depending on the results of the Swear and Iron Vow move, you may have a clear path forward, more questions and answers, or may need to overcome an immediate obstacle or threat. Envision what the result means and how you respond. And then play. Ask and answer questions about the situations, people and places you encounter. When you are unsure, ask the Oracle. When you do something or encounter something within the scope of a move, make that move. At first, you might be a bit confused. You might make mistakes. That's okay. You'll find your footing soon enough. Keep your reference sheets handy if you have a question about a specific term or in a move or asset. Check out the glossary on page blah blah blah. And if you have a more involved rules question, make a call and move on. You can look up the answer later. For now, you are Ironsawn. You've forged a galaxy. Make your mark upon it.
Okay. So, to conclude this episode, All right. So no. So that means that I have to make. So I swear to rescue my master, Harold the Herald, who is holding the medicine that will save this colony.
And I swear to assist you in this.
Okay.
So,
And scene.
yep. I'm just going to add this. I swear to assist. Oh, what's your name?
Oh no, you didn't roll the vow though.
No, we're going with your role.
Yeah.
You're the thing. I'm just adding this as it is my vow. In rescuing Harold. Stupid jokes, that's what I'm here for. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. And that's finally, after 2 sessions, we are ready to start playing Starforged. Thoughts before we get into the actual adventure?
I mean, well, we're definitely going to be playing next episode. Hopefully we'll record it later today, because loading state is hard. I mean, it ticks all the boxes. It gets us into the narrative, it sets the scene, it sets the tropes of the thing.
Yeah. I like this.
Pretty book.
It is a pretty book. I like the situation we've managed to set up.
Yeah.
And a lot of it came from random tables, and I liked how they kind of interacted with what we were coming up with ourselves.
Yes. And I like how there is this explicit permission that no, if you have a good idea, go with it. Like we got to the quest part and we like nope, we know what we're doing. And then with like that Farplanes that fiction emerged from the rules, and that was quite nice.
Yes. I am certainly looking forward to playing this.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you.
I have no idea about the mechanics.
Lots of moves. We have lots of moves in the reference sheets.
And those challenge dice are weird. But
we'll get over it.
That's for us to figure out.
Yeah. So, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.
Bye.